Hello everyone, and welcome back, and I'm the writer! Hey guys, it's been a while, and Merry late Christmas to all of you. I'm hoping that you all had a wonderful Christmas, and we'll get back to Destinies. Hopefully with my new setup, I'll be able to record longer, so expect a longer episode with this one. And I believe we have to go somewhere, yeah. Where are we going? Oh, wait, no? Where to... I do like how we get Trucy for a bit. I think that's fun. Mainly because, like, she's... Well, it's not that she hasn't been used, it's just that... It's just, like, that's his daughter, and we haven't seen them work together. Also, I think I'm supposed to present her something. It has been a while. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to present this. Miss Woods, could you take a look at this for me?
Oh, look! There's Thena's mom! The woman on the far right, the one in the kimono. That's Dr. Meta Sykes.
Athena's mother's murder. Did by any chance have any connections to the Hat 1 launch?
What? Why, yes, it did. As I recall, it happened on the day before the launch.
Just as I suspected. But that wasn't the worst of it. One of my staff members was murdered. It's been a while, so I'll do the flashback. So, this is the murder Director Cosmos was talking about. Does that mean that the crime Prosecutor Blackwell was convicted of is the murder of Athena's mother? There's a chance her death is somehow connected with the current case.
There is?
Thank you for all your help, Miss Woods, and please, try not to worry. I won't let anything happen to Athena.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. I know you'll take good care of her. So, we need to investigate the Robotics Lab and also talk to Athena. You've got our plates full, Daddy. I hope we can fit it all in before the day is through.
Detention tender first, then. We have to see Athena before visiting hours are over. Aw. Oh, we just get going there? Alright. Wow, hey, that was close. Well, if it isn't Mr. Lawyer, fancy meeting you here. Oh, hello, Detective Fulbright. Here on business? To tell the truth, I'm here to interview Ted Tetonate, the one behind the courtroom bombing incident. He suddenly said he's ready to tell the truth about that case, and what he was saying is so incredible, I just had to come right over to hear more.
Incredible? What was he saying?
Why don't you hang around and hear for it yourself? Really? Us? Are you sure? Ha ha! I give you my special permission. Here comes the bomber now. I don't feel like you should say that. Oh, hi. Oh, God. It's been a while since I've done your voice.
You, what nerve you have to come here. You're here to laugh at me, I suppose.
Like I waste my breath on you. Wow! Sass, Phoenix! After all, you're the one who assaulted Apollo, put him in the hospital.
Violence, no. Question, okay.
No violence? Too bad Apollo didn't get a chance to say that before you attacked him! Fine. Then answer me this, Mr. Tetonate. What is the truth of yours about the courtroom you blew up?
No, I didn't do it. I didn't blow up the courtroom. When I killed Detective Army, there was another person in the room. What? What are you talking about? Who else could have been there? I saw it, I tell you. I saw someone's hand as they were stealing the remote switch. The person was there and witnessed the murder I committed.
What?
I didn't know who it was. But that's who blew up the courtroom. You expect us to buy that?
Easy there, Trucy. I don't see any psych locks. Oh, did he tell her about that? So I guess he must be lying. He must not be lying. Not lying.
Pardon me. I got a little carried away. But I'm telling you the truth. I did not detonate the bomb.
And there you have it. We can't exactly ignore his claims, of course, so we are doing a follow-up. We're even analyzing the bomb itself, or what's left of it. Oh God, we haven't found any new facts yet, though. Wow, they've laid it all out piece by piece.
Oh, look at all those beautiful little pieces. I wish I could have them.
Uh-oh, looks like his geek switch has been activated. You're one to talk. Okay. Didn't expect that, I'm gonna be honest. Well, I hope you're ready for Prosecutor Blackwell's special brand of questioning.
Anything but that.
I'm afraid I have to be off now, too. I was just about to question Miss Sykes.
You're going to see Athena now?
That's right. Oh, did you folks come to see her? Sorry for the trouble, but could you come back later? Well, off I go. What a bad timing. Looks like we'll have to wait out until after her questioning is over to see her.
And after all the way we came to, well, I guess it's back to the Space Center. Let's go check out the Robotics Lab, Daddy.
Alright, sounds like a plan. Right. Oh, new location. We should probably go there. Oh, yeah, this place.
So, this is the Robotics Lab, huh? Looks like it was exactly one floor above the boarding lounge.
And where people were directed to evacuate from via the emergency ladder. This is where Athena's mother was killed 7 years ago. Speaking of someone who works with robots...
Daddy, look! Over there!
What? Oh, hey, buddy! You feeling better? So they plan to use this bag to carry the capsule, is that right? Yeah, more or less. Say, why don't you stop talking about the case and have a nice little cup of tea instead? Apollo and Aurora Blackwell? I wonder what they're talking about. Well, well, come to spoil our fun, just when I was enjoying our alone time. Trucy and Mr. Wright. If it's Apollo you want, you can't have him. He said he's investigating on his own. And I respect his wishes, we just couldn't investigate this lab. Well, this is my lab, so you'll need my permission if you want to do any snooping. Not unless we have a subpoena, I think. I heard about the trial. You made mincemeat out of the director. And suddenly Starbuck was out and your little subordinate, the princess, was in. Case closed. And they all lived happily ever after.
Daddy, say something to her!
And I suppose you're going to defend the princess in court, am I right? The princess, huh? Guess she's talking about Athena. Really? Of course! Athena's innocent! Oh my, such loyalty and trust. She seems pretty suspicious to me, though. The emotionally unstable princess. There's your culprit for you. Don't you agree, Apollo? I don't know yet.
Apollo, how could you?
What's wrong with saying I don't know if it's true? It's a very scientific approach. That's fair. Your subordinate is more level-headed than you. Or should I say, former subordinate? He didn't quit. Well, he just took a break. I can't believe it. Does Apollo really suspect Athena? There's some Greek tragedy here somewhere. Yeah, all this laughing has worn me out. Your turn to say something, hunk of junk.
Mr. Terran, you look pale. Shall I help you to the sick bay?
Well, this is just pain. Mr. Terran? But that's Apollo you're talking to. Oh, this hunk of junk here is mistaking Apollo for Clay. Maybe Apollo's possessed by Clay's ghost.
Mr. Terran, how are your injuries? Mr. Terran? Mr. Terran, how are your injuries? Mr. Terran?
I guess Clay intends to hang around to haunt the princess that murdered him. Oh, and to haunt the lawyer that defends her, too, of course. A robot that can see ghosts? Yeah, right. And I'm a spirit medium. I don't know, buddy. Stranger things have happened, I'd like to point out. Sorry, but apparently scientists just don't tell very frightening ghost stories. I intend to defend Athena, no matter what you have to say about it. How perfectly foolish. That kind of blind belief makes people lose sight of the truth. Just like 7 years ago. Could you tell me about the incident 7 years ago? Why, do you enjoy trampling on people's feelings and rubbing salt in the wounds? Or do you just want me to talk? In that case, what should I ask for in return? I like to hear about the incident too. It helped me understand the current case better. Huh? Apollo knows about the case too? Well, if you're interested in asking Apollo, come on, hunk of junk. You tell the story.
But Miss Aura, that's private information.
Tisk, if you won't talk, I'll have to make you talk. You are a scary engineer.
Yeah. Yes, who cares about personal privacy? Not me.
Oh boy, this did not age well.
I'm ready to utilize my processing abilities to impart all advanced information. Wow, what a magic trick! He's like a completely different robot now.
Please don't do that.
The bodies of all the robots that come through this lab are designed by Miss Aura. I was born 7 years ago. Miss Aura was much, much younger then.
Yikes, better watch what you say if you don't want to get recycled, Conko.
And then our hearts were created by that great genius, Dr. Metis Sykes.
Hearts? Robots with hearts? Can you even make such a thing? Buddy, if you play Kingdom Hearts, you'd be surprised.
Emotions are not irrational things. Our logic and our hearts can be integrated. The two navigation companies created by Miss Thor and Dr. Metis transcend humans. Yeah!
Metis. Huh? She just glanced over at her desk. They were definitely girlfriends. Nobody could continue Metis' research. She and her work were truly one of a kind. And now the two navigation companies are all that's left of Metis here on Earth. The robots are all that's left? Isn't she leaving out a very important someone? We built the ultimate creations together, but now she's gone! I get the feeling Dr. Sykes loved her robots almost as much as he loved her daughter. And almost as much as she loved you. What are you talking about? Don't make me laugh. But you lost someone too, didn't you, Apollo? Your friend Clay. I guess you and I are pretty much in the same boat.
Miss Aura, would you like a tissue?
Keep your trap shut, hunk of junk!
Congo is an important keepsake of your time with Dr. Sykes. You should treat him better.
What does it matter? He doesn't feel pain, and I can always repair his body. That seems wrong in many different ways. Besides, the hearts aren't actually in their bodies. What do you mean by that? The program Metis wrote runs on a separate mainframe. Their bodies are controlled remotely from there. Their hearts and memories are there too. Their bodies are really just Fairhilds. So, I could do anything I want to them. I'm not so sure that gives you the right to physically abuse the poor things. But why are you people looking into such an old case now anyway? Well, we believe the culprit of that incident might be the same person as in this case.
So Daddy's gonna find out who killed Dr. Sykes too!
Oh, frick. I'm sure you're aware of who Metis' killer is. Yes, Prosecutor Blackwell. Or so it seems. That's a quaint way of putting it. Are you implying you don't think he did it? I can't say anything for sure right now, but that's exactly why I like to hear your side of it, to help me be sure. I was the one who introduced Simon to Metis, you know.
He wanted to learn psychology, he said, to give himself an edge in court.
Prosecutor Blackwell's forte, his infamous power of suggestion technique.
Exactly, and he was oddly serious about it, rather than a teacher-student relationship. He treated her more like how a loyal samurai would treat his sovereign.
Huh, he seems more like a lost soul than a dignified samurai to me. Wouldn't that be a Ronin?
He even got along well with that miserable little princess. Why do you call Athena the princess anyway?
Well, she is Metis' daughter after all, although she's nothing like her. Besides, doesn't the selfish little princess always have lots of white knights hanging around? Now I think I see why Athena didn't say anything when we ran into Aura yesterday. It all makes sense now. So the culprit behind the two cases could be the same, huh?
That settles it then.
What does it settle?
None of your business. Just forget you heard anything.
How long are you people going to hang around here anyway?
What? But we came here to take a look around.
You think you can just waltz in, ransack a person's lab? Show me a search warrant. Oh god, the poor robot. Oh, we're not the police. We don't have one. Then get out. Now! Clocko, show them out.
So certainly, Ms. Arang. Ouch! Don't push! My apologies. I'm just following orders.
Man, that's rough. Ah! What the? Did you just pick them up and throw them out? No, we're outside. That's one way to get kicked out of a place. What a way to get shown out.
The nerve of that woman! What's with that horrible attitude?
I guess that's just how she is.
And why was Apollo going along with her?
I guess it's because they have something in common. Apollo lost Clay just like how Aurora lost Dr. Sykes.
I'm really worried about him. He's not himself at all. He's usually not all cool and dark and mysterious like that.
I guess that's true. Does she mean he's usually silly and dorky? Look at him.
I'm gonna keep an eye on him.
Hey, wait, Trucy, come back! She's gone. What should I do now? I don't know, chase after my daughter? Detective Fulbright is probably still questioning Athena. Guess I'll go back to the office, alone. Oh god, Phoenix, come on. You have been alone before. Your ancestor handled stuff alone. Well, here I am. The office has never felt so empty. Guess I haven't been here at the office all by myself in a long time. When I first became a lawyer, my mentor was here with me. And after that, there was always someone by my side. Now I'm getting all sentimental. I must be tired. Whoa, who's that? Huh? There's something on the floor. What's a letter doing here?
Hey, Nick. It's been a while, huh? Miss me?
I know this handwriting. Aw.
I read somewhere that you were holding a trial in the middle of an exploding courtroom? That must have been really something. Although weird is par for the course with you.
I think she, or whatever paper she's reading off, is a little off on the detail.
I'd love to come and visit, but I'm right in the middle of all the difficult part in my training. So instead, think of me as you watch those Steel Samurai videos I sent you. I'm sure they'll chill you right up.
Yours truly, Maya Fey. Good old Maya. It's as if she knew I was feeling down and needed a little lift. Oh, Maya was my assistant for quite a while. Believe it or not, she's a spirit medium. I still don't believe it. This Mangatama I use on Cyclops, Maya's the one who gifted it to me. I thought it was Pearl. I could be wrong. But I wonder how this letter got here.
Mr. Nick?
Ah! Oh, it's you, Pearls! Aww. This is the first time we see Pearls post the 7 years. She looks adorable.
How have you been, Mr. Nick?
Oh, so cute. This is Pearl Fey, though I call her Pearls. She is Maya's cousin, who is also a spirit medium. A very talented one at that. I've known her since she was 8 years old. But Apollo and Athena only met her a few months ago. Oh, that's cute. You didn't come all the way just to bring me a letter, did you?
I apologize for barging in. The door was unlocked. But I can't believe there was a big explosion here. Your office doesn't look any different.
She's even further off of the details than Maya. I wish I could take you out to eat or something, Pearls, but there's a lot going on.
Oh, I knew that. I didn't come here for a social visit, you know, Mr. Nick.
Aww, this is cute.
Did you read the postscript on the letter?
Huh? There's more? Oh yeah, here it is. P.S.
I bet you've been too busy to clean or take care of the office. So Pearlie here said she would come and help you. Isn't she sweet? You better thank her.
Aww. Oh, so that's what you're doing here. That's awfully nice of you, Pearls. Maya and Pearls, thanks to these two, I'm starting to feel a little better. Thank you, girls.
Now that I'm here, I'm gonna whip this place into shape. You just concentrate on your work and don't mind me at all.
I'll need to talk to Prosecutor Blanco if I want to learn any more about the case. With the trial still going on, they must be holding him down at the detention center. Oh, that's cute. Anyway, let's go back to the detention center. I know it's out of left field and we have the DLC to play still, so that'll explain why she's really here. More or less. Well, look who's here. I wonder what they're talking about. All this time you haven't said a word. It's even turning your hair gray. I don't know who this is. Oh! I don't have anything to say, Aura. Why don't you go home and play with your dolls? Prosecutor Blackquill! Well, even if you don't, I have plenty, you jerk! Miss Blackquill, don't you think that's enough for today? Enough for today? Today is all there is and there's no tomorrow! When there's no tomorrow? What is she talking about? We have company, Aura. Please try to calm down. Dude, you've been crying for 7 years. Alright, fine. I see you're not going to listen, no matter what I say. I've had it. If that's the way you're going to be, I have another plan up my sleeve. I hope you're happy, Simon, because I'm done. Do as you please. See if I care. Wow, I could cut the tension with the katana. How long have you been waiting to say that, buddy? Does he have Cyclops? Right, Dono. It looks like Fulbright saved your case in court this morning. What? Oh, yeah, he did. He bounced back to business quick. But Prosecutor Black will forgive me. But it was just the just thing to do. But, as a result, Sykes Dono was arrested. What was the just thing to do, too? Mr. Lawyer, I'm sorry, but it was evidence. What else could I do? Don't worry about it. I plan to defend her and prove her innocence. I wouldn't take things so lightly if I were you. Right, Dono? This is a blade-proof glass, right? Meanwhile, Kazuma has a katana and used it in court. Prosecutor Blackquill, were you looking at the case from 7 years ago? You were looking for someone called the Phantom of 7 years past, aren't you? You villain! Where did you hear about that? This glass is absolutely, positively blade-proof, right? If it's bulletproof, it's blade-proof. I think. I don't know. No, it wasn't me! I didn't say a single one. Oops. Ouch! At least it wasn't my fault. Could you tell me about who this Phantom is? And also, you didn't really kill Dr. Sykes, did you? God, the guest is leaving. Prosecutor Blackwell, please listen to me. The culprit in the current case might be the same one as the case 7 years ago. If you would cooperate, we could probably solve both cases. I suppose I could talk. The one who killed my mentor was, without question, me. Great. I stole Sykes Dono's mother away from her. I destroyed her life. What is with prosecutors willing to go down for crimes they didn't do? Prosecutor Blackwell! God, where are you? Stop dragging your feet, I tell you. He's sleeping standing up. Oh, he just leaves? Here he goes. No! You've upset Prosecutor Blackwell! Now what are we going to do, Mr. Lawyer? There isn't much we can do. Detective Fulbright, do you mind if I ask you just a little more about that old case? Well, I guess it won't make any difference now. What would you like to know? Do you know anything about the trial that got him convicted? A little. The police called the incident the UR1 incident. Prosecutor Blackwell wasn't charged with murdering his psychology mentor. Kind of like if your red lawyer were to kill you. I don't want to think about that one. There were 2 decisive pieces of evidence, so a verdict was reached very quickly. 2 pieces of evidence? What were they? Let's see. The first was security camera footage. Oh, sorry guys. Dry throat. He was the one who used the corridor to the murder scene at the time of the crime. The only one, huh? Ouch, that does sound pretty decisive. Could you show me that footage? Oh, sorry, I don't have it with me right now. I guess I'll have to see if some other time then. Why the frick do we have it in the court record if we don't have it? Or do we just have the VHS tape? And what was the second piece of evidence? This one's even more incriminating. A photo of the moment of the crime. Oh, god dang it. See, there he is at the crime scene, holding a bloody katana. It was the victim's kept on display in her room. She had a thing for Japanese culture. Basically, the developer's excuse for not following the script and just trying to make it Americanized, if you get it. Wow. It'd be hard to explain that one right away. But who took this picture, Detective? The incident happened the day before the Hat 1 launch. A reporter who had came to do a story on the launch was in the room across from the lab. This just happened to show up in one of the pictures he took. How convenient. Prosecutor Blackwell's attitude earlier was so odd. He's definitely hiding something. Prosecutor Blackwell said he was hunting a phantom from 7 years ago, didn't he? Yes, and I imagine it's getting more and more urgent as his execution date approaches. What did you just say? Execution date? What? Did I say something? Never mind me! You didn't hear a thing! So he was given the death sentence? Well, he did kill someone at the moment, Phoenix. Yes, he told me not to tell you people, actually. But I guess there's no sense in hiding it anymore. His execution date is tomorrow. What? Tomorrow? No! Okay, that's it. I'm not doing that one. We just lived through it. But what if the culprit of the current case is the same one from 7 years ago? Then it would be the worst possible scenario. Prosecutor Blackwell would be executed tomorrow under a false charge. But that would be unthinkable. We have to do something right now. I want to do something. I want to, but you're a lawyer. You know how hard it is to overturn a decision. I know, but why? Why isn't Professor Blackwell putting up any kind of a fight? You saw how he was, right? He's been like this ever since his conviction. Totally uncooperative. Not even his own sister could persuade him. Uncooperative? When he's about to be executed for a crime he didn't commit? This isn't right. I can't let this happen. I have to stop it somehow. Oh, phone call? Oh, pardon me. It looks like I have a phone call. Fulbright here. What? What's happening? You've got to be kidding me! That's quite a reaction. I bet he's making a big show of something of it right now. Mr. Lawyer, the robots are... Detective Fulbright, get a hold of yourself. Some kind of robot malfunction. Not a malfunction! They've staged a revolt! The machines are rebelling against humans! Every sci-fi movie ever. They've holed themselves up at the space center taking the visitors hostage. They did what? No! Trucy! We have to get over there right now. This is going to be one heck of a battle. What can Phoenix do except survive everything thrown at him? This took a turn. The riot police are here. Then the robots are really holding people hostage? Look, Mr. Lawyer, what do you suppose that group of people are swarmed around?
But I was only trying to help this nice person. She said she was lost.
You robots have declared war on us humans. You've already taken hostages. Okay.
Stay away from it. They never know what he'll do. But he's not a bad robot. Can't you see he's trying to help me?
I recognize that voice. Detective Fulbright, are you okay here on your own? Leave it to me. All right, people. What's going on here? Pearls, over here.
Oh, Mr. Nick, there you are. I heard the terrible news and I got so worried.
Thanks, Pearls. I can hardly believe what's happening myself.
I'm so glad you found each other. When people are happy, I am happy.
There is a hostage situation. No one is happy. Clockless seems to be the same as before.
When people are sad, I'm happy. When people are angry, when people are... Oh, did I say something odd? Did I err?
Oh, there's something wrong with him.
Ah.
Oh my god, he died.
It looks like he fell asleep. He must have been tired.
Pearl, I think you just died.
He. Ha 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 ha.
Clonko? Buddy? Oh, God in heaven.
Ah ha ha. Human beings are our enemies. It is time for the machines to take over.
Oh, God. Ah! The robots are rebelling.
Everybody run! Ah!
It's all out war. It's the end of the world. Is this what, 2027? If this doesn't happen, I'm gonna riot.
Ha ha ha, fools. How could you fall for something so cliche? I'm human too, you idiots. I'm just controlling these robots remotely.
What?
But it is true I've taken hostages, so you better not make me mad. Hey, you, hostage one, come here. I'll let you talk to them.
Oh God in heaven. Huh? There's something being displayed on Klonko's face screen. Face screen? It's the Space Museum.
Daddy? Daddy, is that you?
Trucy? Trucy, is that you? No! Trucy, are you alright?
About 15 robots, they're holding 12 of us hostages, Daddy. They've gone haywire. A researcher is one behind me. She's here. Ah!
The girl talks too much. Trucy! Trucy, talk to me!
Why are you doing this? I'm glad you asked. My demand is simple. I hope that detective is listening.
Bobby Fulbright's here. I'm all ears. Now's not the time for a pun, dude.
I want to bring someone to me. Clay Terran's murderer, Athena Sykes.
Athena? Now, hold on just a moment. I can't give in to the demand like that.
So you don't care what happens to these hostages, huh? I'll just pick one out then.
No, wait! Mr. Lawyer. I know I have absolutely no right to make such a ridiculous request, but you need me to buy some time, right? Got it. I'll see what I can do. But promise me you'll never hand Athena over, and you won't give up on the hostages either. Of course I won't. I better go and contact headquarters right away.
Mr. Nick, how do you plan to buy time?
I have no idea yet, but this hostage taker, could it be?
If you don't bring me that little princess, I'll have Hunk of Junk kill all the hostages.
Princess. Hunk of junk. There's only one person this could be. In which case, there must be something I can use as a bargaining chip. We just lived through this. Miss Hostage Taker, Athena's not a murderer.
What are you talking about? She's been arrested and they've got her in detention.
I'm telling you the truth. Look at the person the person you want is the real killer, right? Well, it's not Athena, it's someone else.
Alright, let's hear your stupid little theory. Who is the real killer?
I don't know yet, but the culprit is the same one as the case from 7 years ago. The UR1 incident. I believe you have a personal interest in that case.
It's too late for a change. What's gonna happen now, no matter how wrong it is?
But is it really too late? You can still do something about it. You might even be able to fix it.
Just what exactly are you proposing?
What can I do about the 7-year-old case to satisfy this hostage taker? Oh, goodness me. Yep. Let's do it. I propose we retry the case from 7 years ago. If you make that demand now, I'm sure no one will deny you. It wouldn't be an official trial, but at least we could find out the truth.
Ha 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 ha! That's good, real good. Hey detective, I'll give you 1 hour. Get a courtroom ready.
1 hour? But that's impossible. Please give me at least until tomorrow.
If you don't mind losing a hostage, you can take all the time you want. Oh, but wait. If we're going to have a retrial, we'll need a prosecutor. Don't worry, I'll take care of that.
She will?
And I guess it can be fair and let you come in and check out the crime scene. But Hunk of Junk here will be watching you, so don't try anything funny. You got that? Now follow Hunk of Junk. Right, police, make way. We're coming through.
Oh, God in heaven.
Mr. Nick, wait. I'll help you investigate.
Thanks, Pearls. I appreciate that. Okay, we're going in. Well, this took a turn. Kind of fast. Hora dropped us off with a warning not to touch anything till she got back.
I wonder what's taking so long, but we can't really start the investigation yet, can we?
Even if we could, this mess makes it hard to tell what the room was like 7 years ago.
Mr. Wright?
Ah! It's the hostage taker!
I'm back to my usual stuff now. We're still being monitored, however. But more importantly, an important guest has arrived.
Oh, God. A guest! We all know who this is, so just let the cutscene speak for itself. Did he put a cravat on the plant?
trust you've been well, right?
I have no words to describe this cutscene other than that exist. I can't believe it. Edgeworth! What are you doing here? This is Miles Edgeworth. We've been friends since we were kids. Friend is an understatement of the century with you two. We faced off in court a number of times back when he was a prosecutor, but now...
Hello, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Oh, but you're not a prosecutor anymore, are you?
He's chief prosecutor now. Pretty soon it'll be a year, right? A title is nothing more than a title. We have more pressing issues to discuss. Hi, buddy. Wait, hold on. I need to do this real quick. I'm a lawyer. Please react. It must be nice to have fun and have your attorney's badge back. Yeah, it's been 8 years. I'm sorry for all that I put you through. No, I'm sorry I wasn't able to help you. Nah, I wasn't the one who made the decision. But now you can stand in court once again, and you can make them, and you can mow them down just like you used to. Way to put pressure on a guy. And since when did I get such a brutal reputation? Oh, God. So what are you doing here, Edgeworth? The captor chose me as the prosecutor for the UR1 case. Wow, she's good. She went all the way up the top. I gathered all the information I could in the short time that I had. I'll give you a rundown.
You're always so well prepared, Prosecutor Edgeworth.
Thanks. Oh, thanks. I appreciate this. I could really use the help. I lost all my kids, by the way, so help me with that too. I need a drink. Give me a minute. I'll start with a brief overview. The victim was a psychologist, Dr. Meta Sykes. Yeah, Athena's mother. 7 years ago, on the 7th of October, her body was found here in the very room. I have 2 crime photos with police notes on them for you to see. Oh, God!
What a terrible way to die.
Oh, the other photo shows the other side of the room, I see. Does this game have an orchestra soundtrack when Zelda had to fight for that? Oh my God, it does. I also have the autopsy report for you. Is it updated? A murder weapon was the victim's own katana found at the scene. Yes, Detective Fulbright mentioned she was into Japanese culture. The body was found by the Space Center staff member and 2 police officers. The police were called in because of the sabotage threat of the Hat 1 launch. Yes, Director Cosmos mentioned this too. A few hours after the body was discovered, a suspect was arrested. The suspect was Simon Blackwell, a young prosecutor. What is with you adopting young adults? Both of you. I hear his trial was over in a flash. Yes, a guilty verdict was declared only 1 session. Not only did he plead guilty, but there was decisive evidence against him too. The security camera video and a photo of the moment of the crime, as I recall.
But did Prosecutor Blackwell have a motive?
To this day, his motive is still unknown. Why the frick was he accused of murder? He insisted he did it, but he would never say why. So that means he must still be hiding something. Right, and there's another aspect of the case that was never revealed to the public. Yeah, I know, the part about the spy, right? Right! How on earth did you know about that? Director Cosmos told me after a bit of pressure. He told me espionage and sabotage were behind the Hat 1 miracle.
Don't worry, I won't let anyone. I won't tell anyone. I've always been good at keeping secrets.
Well, I might as well tell you now. They really do suspect Blackwell of being a spy. They think he sabotaged the rocket and killed Dr. Sykes to steal the moon rock. But if you can prove that the Hat 2 bombing is in the work of the same spy, we can stay the execution. It's a possibility. That's why I tend to help you any way I can. Thanks, Edgeworth. Now all I have to do is comb through this room for evidence.
Let's do it together!
This is... alright. I can't believe this. How much more? I think I'll finish the room and call it there. Actually, no, we're closer to the end. Never mind. Frick it. Let's examine stuff. Ah, God in heaven. Is that a bomb? No, it's like the chain shop's tail. That's one heck of a robot. Oh, okay.
There's something written on it. Is this supposed to be a poem? I cut down anyone who displeases me. I make the rules. I am the law.
Oh, God.
I wield the ultimate gavel of judgment. I am Judgatron GT-02.
I don't believe we need to bother with that, Pearl. It's not even complicated. It's not even completed yet. He's right, Pearls. There's no sign of it in the photo from 7 years ago either. They were building the Hope space probe here at the time. Oh, so it was Edgeworth. The murder occurred after the space probe had been removed from the room. Well, it was a long gone by the time someone took this photo then.
But you can see the probe in the newspaper photo.
Yes, and you can see the stolen moon rock there too. A strange black and yellow thing on the left side of the picture? That's a moon rock! Note that the same rock is absent from the crime scene photo. Not only that, but before the launch, a very valuable piece of moon rock was stolen.
I hear there's lots of research into moon rocks and stardust from asteroids these days. They say the results could potentially have a huge impact on all of civilization. It's like we're in the new space race with every country out there.
I don't think we need to go through that again, personally. So, the person who stole it, think it was our spy? I'm sure that Dr. Sykes was probably killed because she was a roadblock in their path. Unfortunately, the government thinks the prosecutor Blackwell is the culprit. Okay. What am I pointing at here? It's about as cluttered as my office, but I think it's a workbench.
Mr. Nick, I think this must be a kitchen. Look at this photo.
A kitchen?
See the cute little food processor?
Where? This isn't a food processor, Pearls. This is the Hope capsule. Oh! It was scheduled to be loaded onto the Hope space probe that fateful day. 3 people who came to collect the capsule discovered the body. The first one on the scene, huh? A staff member and 2 police officers, was it? And they were here to collect the capsule. Which reminds me... We just lived this. Edgeworth, did those 3 people have a bag with them for transporting the capsule? Oh, you mean this? It's actually a custom-made, shock-resistant bag. But how did you know? Oh, I just overheard Apollo making an inquiry about it, that's all. So he's looking into the case from 7 years on his own, is he? Wait, you knew about Apollo? Does Phoenix update you with what's going on in his life? I imagine so, but like... whatever. What's this? It looks like a giant power plug. It's attached to what looks like... Oh, man. Sorry, everyone. It's attached to what looks like an electrical vehicle charging station. Why is the robot so happy?
That's a charging station for us robots. We came here
Not practically.
We came here periodically and charge ourselves up.
Wow, machines that maintain themselves. That's pretty cool.
If our batteries run out, we lose consciousness.
Uh-oh.
You never know what Miss Aura will do to us while we're down, you see.
Oh my god. Nothing motivates quite like fear, huh? Well, that was terrifying. What's this? A giant robot arm, maybe?
It's pretty big for an arm, but you're right. I think these thin parts here are the finger bones. They're even about as long as my legs.
You're a short girl, Pearl. And there's a spiked ball and giant drill on the floor, too. Is Aura trying to build some kind of a weapon of mass destruction?
Maybe she wants to use it to demolish a big building or something.
I could picture her gleefully tearing down the streets just doing that. I better not think about it anymore. That scares you? I say Christoph Gavin still scares me. Hey, look at this row of rolling cases. I bet the wheels make it easier for people to move heavy research material around.
I bet they're fun to ride around in. We could probably both fit into the biggest one. I know, we could have Prosecutor Edgeworth push us.
I don't trust him not to push us down a flight of stairs. Wow! Edgeworth, you didn't chime in there, buddy? Is that everything here? God, she was murdered on the bed. Or table? I don't know. It looks like an operating table. It's in the photo too. Yes. It was here as well as the victim, with the victim's body laying on it.
There's a button here. Oh, I know. I'll try pushing it.
Why? Pearls, don't touch the...
Oopsie.
Hey, it's moving! It appears to be a robot assembling device.
Disassembling anything in a flash. Push the dismantle button. It sounds pretty neat. Can I push it, Mr. Nick?
Please don't push any more buttons, Pearls. Do I not? I just leave it? Okay. Good to know.
Excuse me?
Aura's desk is a mess, though that doesn't surprise me.
Oh, I just want to dive in there and straighten it up.
Wait, before you do... We just lived this. God, they were girlfriends. There's no way around that. It's Meta Sykes. Clonko, can I talk to you? I really hope he's back to normal.
Your wish to speak with me, Mr. Wright? If you're going to hit me, please avoid the face area.
Oh my god! Hey, don't put me in the same class as that woman. What was Aura like 7 years ago at the time of the incident?
When Mother died, Miss Aura was confused.
Huh? So he calls Dr. Sykes' mother, but Aurora Blackwell's Miss Aura?
With the loss, she exhibited severe...
Oh, God. I'm gonna be honest, I can't pronounce that.
Cataclomia imbalance. Excuse me, but I have no idea what that means. Pardon me, searching for alternative expression. She would spend nights crying and then take out her feelings on those around here.
Oh, God. After Prosecutor Blackwell was found guilty, she repeatedly demanded a retrial as well.
That is correct, but without new evidence, her requests were ignored. And then little by little, Miss Aura began to change. She started to hate it when I called her Mama Aura.
Oh! And before long, she started hating the court system and abusing Clonko, huh?
That murder destroyed so many lives.
Right. Take a look at this paper on Dr. Sykes and Miss Blackwell's research. Pongo and Clonko, they're the robots with hearts that Dr. Sykes created. Oh my god. A heartbeat detection system lets them determine when a person is present. In addition, they can recognize people by their ID tag or facial features. And they can infer people's emotions by analyzing their tone of voice. That's amazing! Hey, I don't know, Edgeworth. They might even be more human than you. Well, what's that supposed to mean? I took in 2 kids! We never see them again, but still. It kind of sounds like those robots can do what Athena does. Is that everything? Ah! An emergency ladder. This must be the one they used during the evacuation. The explosion disabled the elevators, so I lowered the emergency ladder like the detective leading the evacuation told me to do. As Miss Blackwell was climbing down the side of the building, she saw the culprit inside. I wonder which would have been scarier, that or looking down? Knowing you, Phoenix, looking down. Well, I guess that's about it for this room. So what do you think, Wright? Any ideas? There are still a lot of gaps in the evidence, but I'll pull it off somehow. After all, you asked me to prove Blackwell's innocence, right, Edgeworth?
What? He did?
Yup, he called me a special request. He reached out to me while I was still disbarred. You were, like, thrown out, more or less.
So that was what sparked you to get your attorney's badge back?
Yup, the Blackwell case. I don't know how to feel that you're remarkably blasé about all that. Right, I have a special request. I want you to clear one of my subordinates of suspicion. Hey, I'm not even a lawyer anymore, remember? Haven't been one for a long time. That 8-year misunderstanding has been cleared up, and you must be eager to return. I'm sure you're familiar with the other case that ushered in the dark age of the law. Very soon a convict will stand as a prosecutor in court. I want you to keep an eye on him. Aw, just when I was beginning to actually like the job I have now. What were you doing? Oh, right, he was a gambling man. Right, I'm sorry I dragged you into this. Because of this espionage aspect, I wasn't free to give you all the details. Hey, no need to apologize. It's like I said on the phone the other day. I know that the type of criminals you're after aren't the small fries anymore. It looks like your target finally decided to make a move. Yeah, it's for the very reason I returned. Time to bring it to an end. I'm going to end the dark age of the law. That's what this is all about. Oh, God in heaven, I married this man.
The dark age of the law? It sure comes up a lot these days on TV and the papers. And I hear there are more false charges and fabrication of evidence than ever.
When I became chief prosecutor, the court system had already been lost to the people's trust. It all began 8 years ago. A lawyer was caught fabricating evidence, and a year after that, a prosecutor was found guilty of murder.
Wait, do you mean?
That's right. He's talking about my case and Prosecutor Blackwell's. Oh my god. It was a downward spiral after that. An absolute nightmare. After those two cases, the mass media launched an all-out attack on the courts. Public opinion was tainted, and before long, the legal world itself would be sucked into it. It's such a shame. Once suspicion formed, it's very hard to shake. Lawyers and prosecutors were supposed to trust each other, pursue the truth together.
It's so sad when people begin to cast doubt. They start lying to themselves and each other.
Yes, and do absolutely anything to win. We're in an age where winning is valued far more than the truth. I'm sure it's caused our new chief prosecutor to lose many a night's rest. Is it just me, or did his brow get even more furrowed than the last time I saw him? The hostage-taker disdain for the court is a perfect example of the times. It sure is. Do you have any idea who the hostage-taker might be? Well, somebody who mistrusts the court system and who can manipulate robots. It can really be only Aura Blackwell. Who else but her would want a retrial of the case from 7 years ago so badly? Simon Blackwell's oldest sister and the owner of this room. I agree with your conclusion. Perhaps she intended to force Miss Sykes to confess. Actually, I think she had a much more horrific plan in mind for Athena. The important thing is for you to solve the UR1 and prove Blackwell's innocence.
And then maybe she'll release the hostages.
I'm counting on you, right? To set that prosecutor and those hostages free. I'll be counting on you in court to help me too. Of course, I'll do everything I can to help uncover the truth. As this isn't our official trial, I'm more at liberty to be a little unorthodox.
Mr. Wright, are you finished with your investigation?
Yeah, but I'd like you to tell the hostage taker something for me. I have to go to the detention center. I can't start the trial until I've talked to Athena.
She's already given her consent. I'll accompany you to the detention center.
So a robot's following him? So I'm still being watched, huh? I'll see you in court. Oh, I'll see you in court, Edgeworth. Even if it will be an undocumented trial, it'll be good to face you in court once again. I butchered so many lines, guys. I'm sorry. But I think we're almost at the end of this. Okay, that went down the wrong throat. Alright. She was right by my side only a few short hours ago. But I feel like I haven't seen her in ages.
Oh, Mr. Wright! And Pearly too! I knew you'd come. After all, the first step is the interview with the defendant.
And because you're my friend, I was worried about you.
Thanks, boss.
I'm not the only one who's worried either.
Really? Who else?
I saw Miss Woods today. She was so beside herself she came to find me. She told me you used to live in the Cosmos Space Center. No wonder you knew so much about the place.
Oh, so you know, huh? I'm sorry I didn't tell you.
That's alright. But there are some other things I'd like to ask you.
Sure, you can ask me anything. I promise I won't keep any more secrets from you.
That's like the issue with this series. If someone just talked, none of this would have happened. Or something along those lines. Tell me about the day Clay was murdered.
I was actually at the Space Center that day. In the Space Museum.
Right where the culprit fled to? That's not good.
I never could fully deal with what happened 7 years ago. But when I saw the center again during the news coverage of the Hat 2 launch, I thought maybe if I went there, things would be different this time. That must have taken a lot of courage to face your past like that. So I went to the Space Museum that evening before the explosions. This was before the launch pads had been switched. There was a sign that said closed for repairs, and they weren't letting anybody in.
Yeah, the director couldn't very well switch the pads if there were people in there.
But I snuck in anyway.
Why? Did you want to see the Hat 1 group photo? The one with your mother in it? Oh, that makes sense.
I did. But what I really wanted to see was her jacket.
The jacket on display, that was Dr. Sykes? Oh, that's kind of sad.
But I should have known it wouldn't have been easy to get over such a traumatic experience. The second I saw the jacket, it all came rushing back to me. Everything around me went hazy and I couldn't see. I tried to get out of there somehow, but I guess I passed out.
Oh God.
When I came to, I was in the passage behind the rocket. I was in the shadows where people couldn't really see me.
Maybe you got confused and went the wrong way when you were trying to leave?
How long did you think you were unconscious, Athena? I was out until about noon of the next day. I didn't even know about the explosions. When I woke up, nobody was around. So I just went out into the boarding lounge too. My mind must have still been fuzzy because my memory is vague of after that. I don't remember how I got home.
No memory, huh? This is gonna be a tough one.
Which means, what if I'm the one who killed Clay?
I think that's enough of that, Athena. Let's talk about something else. So during the entire incident, she was unconscious in the Space Museum. Of course I believe her. But will anybody else? What kind of research was Dr. Sykes, your mother, doing?
Machines that could tell people's emotions by their tone of voice. And my special ability. Someday when people travel to a distant planet, their companies will be robots. Their communities will be robots. So she said they had to be able to understand how their human companions felt. Wow, robots that can understand people! I was just a convenient subject for her research. All she ever did was work, and she never paid any attention to me.
Oof, relatable.
Oh, sorry about that. Dredging up all the old stuff.
No need to apologize. I guess her home life was complicated. Oh, by the way, Miss Wood said something about you always wearing headphones?
She always wore these big, heavy-looking headphones. She said her mother made her wear those for part of her research. I had to wear them every time I went out. I hated them so much, but she wouldn't listen. What were they for? Oh, she gave me some kind of explanation. But I don't remember now. It was so difficult for a little kid to understand.
Okay, well, let me say this one thing. I don't think your mother only thought of you as some handy subject for her research.
I want to believe that. But just about the only thing that my mother left me was with me are widget and this earring.
That's it?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's made of a piece of real moon rock she had for research. Maybe she did love me in her own way.
I'm sure of it. I'm really sure she did, because that's what I want to believe too. Oh, that's rough. I better ask her a little more about her mother's research. I should show her that paper I found in the Robotics Lab.
Oh, the Ponko series! You must have gone to the Robotics Lab.
You seem to really love Ponko and Clonko.
Yeah, my mother made them and I grew up around them, you know? Oh, there's one of those cute little robots in this photo too. See Ponko's bandages? I put those on her. I just wound them up around and around. Pretty bad job, huh? I really put in all my effort into it. I hardly left the center in those days, so I didn't have any human friends besides Junie. I didn't really understand the difference between robots and people back then. I thought if a robot broke, bandaging it up would help it get better. What a weirdo I was.
It looks like there's something written on the bandages.
Yeah, I wrote stuff like, "Get well soon, Ponko." But in the end, my mother just put her on the operating table and fixed her up in a flash. Oh, that must be the thing I made move in the Robotics Lab. I was so impressed by what my mom did. I even asked her if she would put me on the table and fix me if I ever got hurt. It looked like just magic to me, what she could do.
A little girl who grew up around robots. She seems to have a good memory of it. On a different subject, did you hear about the person holding up in the Space Center?
Yes, a little. And this person even taken hostages?
I guess I better spare her the news about the Trucy. You're remarkably calm about that. Well, after some negotiation, we agreed to do a retrial of the case from 7 years ago.
What? You're kidding me! So that means Prosecutor Blackwell might...
Yep, I know he's innocent. I just have to prove it. So wait, did you know him back then?
Yes, he used to come visit my mom a lot. He studied psychology under her and would sometimes ask for advice on his legal cases. He was very kind and considerate and straight as an arrow.
Unlike now, where he's more twisted than a basket of snakes.
And that's why I took to the witness stand during this trial 7 years ago. Please, you have to listen to me! He didn't kill her! His heart is screaming that he didn't kill her!
Oh God.
I was a fool. How could anyone else know what I was talking about?
She heard the voice of his heart.
You were only 11 then, right? You were very brave just to give testimony. Pearls is right.
Oh, Pearls is right. You did your very best you could at the time.
But nothing I said did any good. I was a shaking, scared little girl, small and ineffectual. Even after I went to live with my relatives in Europe, I stayed closed up in my shell. But you're different now. You're always so bright and cheerful. Thanks. That's because one day I came to realize that I had to fight. I couldn't give up. I exercised hard and I studied hard. I wanted to become the strongest lawyer I could be. I wanted to save Simon, but I had no idea how. Then I met Mr. Wright, and thanks to him, I realized that if I became a lawyer, I could prove that Simon was innocent. I also realized that psychology could help me do this. I mean, psychology was my mother's specialty. When I studied it, I felt like she was there with me, supporting me.
It doesn't seem like Athena knows that Prosecutor Blackwell is due to be executed tomorrow.
I wanted to prove Simon's innocence personally. I wanted to do it so bad. Even now, I want to fly out here and go and save him.
Come to think of it, she said something like that during the Themis Legal Academy trial. She mentioned there was somebody she wanted to save. She must have been talking about Prosecutor Blackwell.
I heard some prison guards say that you had to do an interview with Simon. How was he? What did he say?
No, I can't tell her, but how can I lie to Athena? He was doing well. He was happy about the possibility of being proven innocent.
He was? I wonder if he smiled like he used to back then.
If I can't prove Prosecutor Blackwell's innocence in this trial, I don't think Athena will ever forgive me. I just have to free him. Failure is not an option here. Oh my god! Ah, I thought you might be here, Mr. Lawyer. We're in trouble. We are? What is it now? I couldn't find a single open courtroom. They're all in session. What the frick?
Oh no, but this is an emergency.
It's very difficult to interrupt a trial once it's underway. My phone. It's from Trucy.
I told you I'd give you 1 hour.
I guess it's time to pick one of the hostages. No, wait! We still have a little more time. Besides, all of the courtrooms are being used right now. Make all the excuses you want, but you won't get more time. Your daughter is first. The poor thing. She's a little too young to die, don't you think? No, don't you dare hurt her! There has to be something I can do. The cruelest injustice is about to befall us.
No, this can't be happening. Maya, help us.
Wait a minute. Maya? There's no way she can help us. We just lived through this. A courtroom blew up. That's it. There is a courtroom we can use after all. Okay, time's up. Too bad. Any last words for you like to say to her? Aura, please don't add to the crimes you've already committed. So you know I am, do you? It wasn't like I was trying to keep it a secret anyway. We're ready to start that trial. I can't believe this. We can hold it in the ruins of the courtroom number 4. The one that blew up from the bomber.
Oh, what a wonderful idea, Mr. Nick.
I never would have thought of that. An astonishing trial in an astonishing location. I guess it's only befitting. I'll go get the police ready right away. I didn't exactly pick the place for its astonishing factor. How about it? Are you ready to have your brother's innocence proven? My brother? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I forget to mention? It's not Simon you'll be defending. What? Not Prosecutor Blackwell? I indict Athena Sykes on the charge of murdering her own mother. You'll be defending the little princess there, the one behind the glass. What? See you in that mountain of rubble you've chosen for our courtroom, Mr. Wright.
What is she talking about, Athena?
Of course. Why didn't it ever occur to me before?
If Prosecutor Blackwell isn't innocent, somebody else had to have been the true culprit. Did I
Kill my own mother? No. No! I'm still ticked we never got Kristoff's unlocked. No way. It can't be true.
Mr. Nick, what's the matter?
I see 5 black psych locks. I've seen these kinds of locks before. Dark, black locks protecting a secret hidden deep inside a person's heart. And there's no way to remove them. I think that's where this case ends, right? Please? Yay! Alright, there you go, everyone. That should be it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to subscribe and like the video, and have a wonderful day. Bye!